Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy. This is RPG Bros. I am Justin.
And I'm Sean.
And we're here bringing you a little bit of the Marsh Cave. Just loving this. This is a great game. This is a great level of this game.
A lot of fun. Got some new enemies here. See some ghouls and some zombies. Damn bastards.
Yeah.
They're particularly annoying because they stun the party.
If you get your whole party stunned, you have a good chance of dying, honestly, if you aren't leveled up enough for this part of the game. Clearly we are. However, if you were a noob or a beginner, then you might run into a little trouble with those types of enemies.
So thankfully, you're watching this Let's Play and you know what to do. So we're going to get some treasure chests here. And just kind of work through this cave and check out these different enemies and enjoy the gameplay and enjoy the music and enjoy this game.
These particular enemies are the bane of our existence as child.
Yeah, they're really, really annoying because, well, I mean, you got a lot of enemies that'll stun you, a lot of enemies that will poison you. You gotta be prepared. If you're not ready, you're gonna be in trouble.
Well, these particular guys will poison you, and they also happen to be very powerful as far as defensively. You can only really damage them with magic. And so if you're not prepared to kill them with magic, fire particularly, then you're in trouble. You're gonna get killed. I hate the scum.
Yeah, everybody hates the scum.
They're really a pain.
Dirtbags.
And if you don't have enough cures, you're gonna get poisoned a whole bunch, and then you're really in trouble.
This is a pretty cool cave, though.
Oh, critical hit.
This game gets a lot harder pretty fast. You know, I mean, you were kind of putzing around, doing your thing, but you know, now is when the rubber hits the road, and you better be ready. You know, Light Warriors beware.
There's no doubt about that. If the Light Warriors are not prepared, then you are the Light Lamos. The dead Light Lamos.
So kind of weird because we're going to get the crown, and there was the king of the Northwest Castle that was telling us to get it, but then there's also the prince is asleep, so there's kind of a lot of mystery surrounding this little part of the quest. Not quite sure what's going on. You know what you gotta do, but you're not quite sure
Why?
why and then what the character's motivations are.
It's kind of a problem, really, when you think about the development of the storyline. It's lacking, well, a little intrinsic, like, immersion. You know, these types of games in the early JRPG library, they struggled a little bit with the conceptualization of molding the story with the gameplay. And this and Dragon Quest I were really the first two games to venture into that land where it really melded both story and game.
Yeah, so perhaps imagine you're reading a novel, but
It's not the best novel.
yeah, or not the most completely written novel. You know, either way, we love it.
I do love this game.
There's another new baddie here, the Gargoyle.
Gargoyle uses fire, so if you're unlucky, you're gonna get scorched.
Little butthole.
Yeah, it's a powerful enemy, actually, for this point of the game. Maybe they don't use fire, they just hit you with a lot of hits. And fire is what they're weak against.
They're pretty stinky.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
I agree.
I don't really get it, though. I mean, a gargoyle is a statue. How can it hurt you? But whatever.
Well, they're also just an evil creature. Right?
Well, clearly. Alright, I got this 620 gold. Ooh, a short sword.
So this is the part of the game where you first encounter non-randomized battles. You're gonna go ahead and meet some enemies that are in particular treasure rooms that you cannot avoid.
So maybe after this battle we'll do some healing.
That is actually a great idea. Oh, this stunning is just killing me. Ah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna harm them.
There we go. Jerkwads.
Yes. Sabin's turned into a ball, just like in Final Fantasy VI.
That's right. So basically the deal is the black belt isn't that great right off the bat, but after you level that character up, they start to become very powerful, and we're starting to see that now.
Part of the funny thing about this game is how this particular version of the game, certain characters aren't as good as they were meant to be, the black belt being one of them. The most egregious error, of course, in the programming was perhaps the thief and later the ninja. Their special talent is supposed to be speed and evasion, but unfortunately, in this particular version of the game, speed and evasion pretty much don't matter. And you're left with a character that has little intrinsic value. And it's unfortunate because the ninja and the thief are so cool. I mean, you always wanted to use the ninja and thief, right?
I love those characters. I think they are some of the coolest characters that are displayed on screen. Ninja definitely just really looks cool. I mean, you know, and then
looks like a badass.
Yeah, gets to use the Mazmoon, and it's just really freaking cool.
And the katana.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know, what are you gonna do? You know, he's coming at you with a katana. He's a ninja. I mean, you got a problem.
Yeah. And I mean, admittedly, the ninja does become quite powerful later in the game once you've leveled up a lot. But early in the game, the thief has little or no value to be given. You know, I mean, the great part about the ninja later is that it can use black magic, and it has the ability to use fast, which is a great spell. We love that spell. But I don't know, these early character flaws are just a travesty.
But there's a big difference between the characters that you get at the beginning of the game and then after they get big, so to speak, after
they evolve.
Yeah, after they evolve, I mean, they really change, and it's pretty cool, you know? It's kind of like the first job level up, if you will, from Final Fantasy Tactics or something like that. I mean, you get totally different jobs once they evolve.
Well, they're related to the previous job, so it's not like you can go from a fighter to a ninja.
Well, that's true, but you know, it's not like you just get 4 jobs. I mean, you wind up with 8 in this game because of the evolution that happens.
Right. Which is a old school tabletop RPG ideal, and that's something that really inspired the developers of this game when they were tasked with creating a game that was different from Dragon Quest I in every way, and that was what they did. They really made something different. There's no MP. You don't have an opportunity to cast as many spells as you have magic points for. You have a magic meter, and when you run out of your level 1 spells, that is it. That's something totally different, and they really stayed true to their task.
Yeah, so really neat the way that the designers imagined this game and the way that they programmed it. Yeah, it's not perfect. I mean, there's definitely some programming flaws and not everything works, but yeah, it's pretty darn cool, especially for the time. And if you looked at it retrospectively, what you get.
So we're gonna go ahead and take a tent here, and we're gonna get you back into the Marsh Cave during our next Let's Play. So thanks so much for watching. This has been the RPG Bros, and of course, until next time,
keep those buttons moving. Have a great day.